Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is super exciting because this is going to be another collab video, and this time I had an idea in mind for this video where I wanted to do a collab with one of my Swedish YouTube friends. Her name is Sofie Alexandra and I will leave her listed in the description box if you haven't seen her videos before. But basically I wanted to do a video, sorry if you can hear my phone. But I wanted to do a video using brands that are like from Sweden or Europe, or that are easily accessible here in Sweden, that might not be easily accessible in like the US, because I feel like I'm very much always buying products that I've heard about on YouTube, and I feel like a lot of these brands I don't buy from just because I haven't heard about them on YouTube, and just because they are hard to get in the US, that means, or like North America, that means that I won't buy them. So, and I go out of my way to buy products that I can't get here in Sweden. I can only get like from ordering from the US, and then you have to pay like customs and shipping and everything. So today I wanted to like give some love and give some attention to products that are easily accessible to me, but might not be for you, unfortunately, if you're watching from the US or North America or anywhere else in the world. Like, I think Europe will probably be able to get most of these products, but maybe not everyone. So as I said, this is a collab with Sofie Alexandra, and as I said, I will have her listed in the description box. But basically she's also a project planner, and she started her channel earlier this year, I think in January or something. And I love her channel. I highly suggest you go and check her out. She has one product where she does a lipstick roulette, so she picks randomly some lipsticks and then she wears those over 2 weeks, and then she comes back and like swatch them, and so you can see them on her and tell her opinion about them, and that whether she wants to keep it or declutter it. And today, just a few hours ago, she also posted a video about going on a no-buy, so I highly suggest you go and check that video out and give her support in the comments, and maybe we can like cheer her on together on her no-buy. And she also has like Project 10 pants, and she did like a mini madness in March where she tried to use up a ton of like mini sized or deluxe sample size products. So yeah, don't forget to go and check her out. But today we are going to do a full face of brands that are from Europe or easily accessible in Sweden. So some are from Sweden, some are from Scandinavia, and some are just from Europe. And yeah, let's just get into it. I think I will start with my eyes. So I don't have an eyeshadow primer, or I have one, but I did not want to use that. So I'm going to use this H&M Cover Up Concealer in Alabaster. And I know you can definitely get this in the US, because I think some stores have, like H&M stores have a beauty section, but I think that they are not as common, because here like in every small town we have an H&M and they have like their own beauty line. So I don't think it's as common in the US, but I'm going to use this, and I've only used this once or twice, so this is sort of like a first impression on just this product. Most of the others I will have used a ton, and I'm going to use my fingers to blend it out. It's very like thin and liquidy, so I'm scared to use it on my under eye, because I think my darkness will definitely show through. But I think the shade is nice, and like I'm cool tone, but if you are warm toned or like yellow tone and you have a hard time finding concealers that are yellow enough, I think this would actually look pretty good, even though I would have preferred it to be more like neutral tone. But anyways, I'm just sort of tapping, and then I sort of wipe off my fingers on a towel I have in my lap, just to like get the right amount on my eyelid. And I'm so sorry, but my brushes are going to be very dirty just because I have to wash them. I'm going to do that after this video. Okay, so for eyeshadow, I'm just going to pull from some like different palettes and stuff. But I'm going to start with the Blush Tribe Blossom palette. And this is from an indie brand from the UK. So we can order it online from the UK, and like shipping is pretty reasonable, and you don't have to pay customs yet from the UK, at least since we don't know after Brexit. I just sort of wanted to buy it now. We will see after Brexit. So I think I will use some of the purple shades today. I haven't really decided what eye look I want to do, but I think I will use some of the purple shades. I've only used like this sort of green here and the green here and sort of a tiny bit of the blue, so this is sort of like a first impression on the purple shades. I'm probably going to do like an easy look just because this is not about the look, more about like the product. So I'm just sort of packing that on and blending it out. It's kind of sheer, but we will build it up. And then I'm going to take the darker purple shade, so this one, and I'm going to put that in my crease as well. I feel like they blend out nicely, and the second, like the darker purple shade was more pigmented than the first one, which is sort of the usual with pastel shades. And now I'm going to take a flat brush with the darker purple shade, and I'm going to pack this on the outer corner. Okay, so now I'm going to take another flat brush, and I'm going to take a tiny bit of the black and put that right on the outer corner, just to darken it up a bit. It's not really blending out, but we're going to leave it like this. So I really like the two purples, but I don't think the black is my favorite black. So now I'm going to go in with this H&M Fluid Hue eye color, and this is in the shade Cloud 9, which is just a, you can swatch it on my hand, just a pale, like I'm going to use this as a base. So I'm going to take this and apply it on the inner half of my eyelid. And then I'm going to take a brush and sort of use it to map out where I want it. And it dries very quickly, so we have to work like pretty fast. And then I'm sort of tapping and swiping at the edge. See if I can sort of blend it out. Okay, and now that the base is down, you could definitely just leave it like this, but I'm going to take the Sleek Makeup Candy Collection candy palette. So this was limited edition and you can't get this anymore, but Sleek Makeup is a UK based brand, and I think that you will be able to, like, I think this is available in the US more now, and it's also highly, like, widely available in H&M stores in Sweden, and also in Sephora in Sweden. So I'm going to take this candy palette, and I'm going to take this shade right here, and it's like turquoise green, and I'm going to put that where I put the H&M liquid eyeshadow. Since the H&M like liquid eyeshadow dries so fast, it does not really make it more pigmented, like almost the other way around, so that you get a more like iridescent or like white wash of color. And y'all know I have a ton of Sleek Makeup palettes, so I really love the quality of their shimmery shades. Not so much the matte eyeshadows, but I really love the, or like some mattes I really enjoy. I really enjoyed the Ultra Mattes version 1 and 2. But like whenever I have a palette like this, I mostly use the shimmery shades. Don't know why. So now that we have, that's like, I'm going to leave the top of the eye like this for now. And I'm just going to go with my beauty blender. I have mostly used Zoeva brushes so far. And Zoeva brushes are Zoeva is a German brand, so, but I'm going to talk about that more later on in the video. Okay, so for the face, I'm going to start with the Kicks Hydrating Primer, and Kicks is a makeup store here in Sweden, so this, and also Norway and Finland, I believe. So this is sort of equivalent to your Ulta in-house brand, but this is the Kicks one. And this is their hydrating primer, which is a repurchase for me, so I've had this one before and I really enjoy it. But I used to have like dry skin, and then I really liked it, but now I have more oily skin, so I use it like from time to time when I know I don't want to keep my makeup on for super long. And then I'm also going to use this Lumene CC color correcting and blurring primer, and Lumene is a Finnish brand, so they are from Finland, and yeah, it's a very nice, like sort of pricier than like the cheapest drugstore, but still not like high end, so they are sort of like your mid-range brand. And I'm just using this like a pore targeting primer. Okay, and then for foundation I'm going to use the Rebecca Stella, which is she's sort of like a Swedish influencer, so think like Carly Bible, like that. And she has a foundation that is called All About That Base, and I ordered this a while ago, and I really like the coverage of this. Sorry, I'm shaking the bottle. But I really like the coverage of this, but this is super dark, and I suspect that I did not like... I suspect I got the shade like 4 or 3, just because I ordered shade 1, and when I watched like YouTubers use shade 1, like it was not this dark on them. So here is the one I got. So I'm going to use a tiny bit of the LA Girl Pro Coverage High Definition Love Wear Illuminating Foundation in white, and sort of mixing. And this is like not a Swedish brand, but I'm just going to use it because that's what I have. I'm just going to use my beauty blender to spread this out on my skin. The whitener or white mixer will probably change the finish a tiny bit, so it will probably be a bit more dewy than it is by itself. But I think I will try and use this up, like the Rebecca Stella one, during this summer actually, and then I would probably purchase it again and like hope that I got the wrong shade and hope that I get the right shade if I order it again. So I think it turned out a tiny bit too pale, but we're just going to fix that later with like bronzer and stuff. I'm like not used to having it, but it doesn't look too far from my pale like arm, but I feel like it looks a bit paler than my neck, especially in the viewfinder, not so much in real life. And now I'm going to go in with the H&M concealer again. Put that underneath my eyes. So you can definitely still see some of my darkness underneath my eyes, like if I tilt my head. But I don't think it looks too bad, and I would probably use a color corrector if I use this one again. But now for powder, I'm going to take another, this is like from another brand. This is Makeup Store, which is a Swedish brand, and I think this is really hard to get. I think they have a store in like Sydney, and you could probably get it in Australia, but then I think there are some like websites that ship internationally. But this is like it's like Swedish MAC, so it's very like targeted towards makeup artists. But I'm just going to take their translucent, like compact translucent powder, and I'm going to put that underneath my eyes with a Zoeva brush. I think this is 114. Yeah. I'm just going to take this Luxe Face Definer from Zoeva, and I'm going to take that powder and I'm going to put this all over my face. And now I am going to go in, I'm going to take an elf brush, which is not Swedish or European. But I'm going to take this, which is the Isadora bronzing powder. This is huge, and I got this on sale, so I don't think you can get exactly this one. But I know they have some like giant, like can you see this bronzer is as big as my head. But I know they have some like huge bronzer still. So I'm going to take this on my elf brush and sort of bronze up my face a lot, since I'm looking pretty ghostly. And I like to just bronze up like the sides of my forehead and sort of blend that out. I know they have smaller as well if you don't want like this giant. It's very hard to like store. Like imagine panning this one. Like you can see it next to my face. But it blends out nicely. So, like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just enormous. And now for blush, I'm going to take this one from Nabla. And Nabla is an Italian brand, so it's a European brand. And they are like completely cruelty free, and I know they have a lot of like vegan products. So I'm going to take this blush in the shade Harper with just a blush brush, and I'm going to apply this to my cheeks. Y'all know I love a strong blush. So just packing that on. Okay, and then for highlighter, I actually don't have a highlighter from a Swedish brand, and I didn't want to like go out and purchase everything, or like a European brand, so I'm going to use an eyeshadow from a makeup store, so the same brand I used before, and this is in the shade Muffin, so hopefully this looks okay. I haven't used this eyeshadow much, so let's see. I think that looks okay, right? I think it's nice, or like it's nice on my fair complexion. I think it might look a bit ashy if you have like a darker skin tone, but I will totally use this again for like a highlight. And I'm taking that on the bridge of my nose, or like the tip of my nose, so I like to focus it like right here on my tip, and then like right here in the center of my bridge and on my cupid's bow. And then for brows, I'm going to go in with the Zoeva Graphic Brows in Cinerous. And Zoeva is, as I said, is a German brand. So, and here in Sweden you can get them at Sephora now, or like from their website, or from Beauty Bay also. So Beauty Bay ship like all over the world. So if you are from like the US or something and you want to get Zoeva, then you can get it on Beauty Bay as well. And I hate using, like, I don't know how to use, I'm like pen style eyebrow products, so let's just give it a go. I always use pomade to fill in my brows, so this is a bit different, but let's leave it like that. And this is one of those like micro tip pens. And I think this is like almost more affordable than, say, like Maybelline or L'Oreal here in Sweden. So if you're looking for a brow product in Sweden, you should definitely check this one out. Like as a dupe for like the Anastasia Brow Wiz or something. I don't know if I want it more intense than I can get it with a like pencil. And that's why I don't like it. But I'm going to... like, that is my bad brow, so I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, and then for like eyebrow gel, I'm going to go with this Pixie by Petra brow tamer. And I know this is actually easier to get in the US than it is to get here in Sweden. But Petra, that is the like creator of this brand, she is from Sweden. So I'm just going to use this one. And it has a like wand like this. And it's just a clear brow gel, and I haven't used this one before, so not sure how much difference there is to like a clear eyebrow gel though. I used to use the one from H&M, like a clear eyebrow gel, and I really like that one, so I might purchase it sometime in the future. But I have a ton of eyebrow like gels that I've gotten in subscription boxes, so I'm going to use those up first. Okay, so now let's get back to the eyes. First I'm going to take the Linda Hallberg eye crayon in Happy Mood. And she is a Swedish makeup artist on Instagram. And I'm just going to take this and run this in like my inner waterline, lower waterline. And then I'm going to go back into the palette again and take the purple shade that we used before and run that along my lash line. Okay, so for mascara, I'm going to take the Max Factor Masterpiece Max High Volume and Definition Mascara. And if you watched any like a few of my other videos, you know that this is my favorite mascara. And Max Factor, I think Max Factor is a UK based brand, or like they started in UK. But I think that they are owned by a big corporation that also owns CoverGirl. So I think that some products you can get like here in Sweden from Max Factor, they are released in the US but like as a CoverGirl product. So I know that, you know, the Healthy Elixir foundation, or what it's called, from CoverGirl, they released that one but in the Max Factor brand here in Sweden. So like the bottle is super similar and it has a different name but can't remember. And also like the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara, just because they want to market that in China where they have to test it on animals, they release, I think it's called Lash, yeah, it's called Lash Paradise in the US, and here is called Paradise Ecstatic, I think, just because you can't market products here in Sweden that are tested on animals. So all of these brands except for Max Factor, I don't think they are cruelty free. I think almost everything else is cruelty free. And I'm also going to apply a pair of false lashes, and these are called Lumene lashes, and I got them on cosmeticsforless.de, so they are a German brand. Okay, so here is what the lashes looks like. I think they are very dramatic for my eye shape, or like my eye size, but I don't know, I think I could maybe get used to them. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Don't know if I would wear them outside, but I would definitely maybe wear them again for filming. But yeah. Okay, so lips. Let's go. For lips, I think I wanted to use one of my Nabla lipsticks, so I think I will go with Bohem, even though I think I've used it in a video before. But this is like your mauve nude, and I think it might go with this eyeshadow look. My options are Nabla Rockin' Nude, which is more of a warm nude, and then Closer, which is more like darker terracotta nude. All nudes, of course, but I'm going to go in with Bohem. Okay, so here is the finished look, and I hope you enjoyed the concept of this video, that we wanted to give attention to some products that are very easily accessible to us here in Sweden or in Europe, but not so much in the US, and therefore they don't get as much attention. And let me know in the comments if you think that I should do another one of these videos. I have one foundation that I don't own, but that I want to try this just because I saw an Australian YouTuber use it and say that she liked it, and she had to use like a forwarding service like Ship2 or something to get the foundation to her. And then I was like, I can get it in like multiple stores in each like city here in Sweden, and I haven't tried it. So yeah, I should definitely try that one, and if I buy that one I will probably do another one of these videos because I think that will be fun. But yeah, don't forget to go check out Sofie's channel. I will have it listed in the description box. And also let me know if you think that I should do it in another one, because I work for I do like extra work for a clothing store here in Sweden, which is a Swedish store, and let me know if you would like to see some like outfits from that store. You can get their clothing like all over. They ship to all of Europe, so if you would like to see that, also let me know down in the comments. This dress, this is actually a dress, is from there. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching today. Give this a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!